say ya the agreement some na ade ebramo wo homre na nonkron abapa hosimano aduasa insia 9:36 ya transe munum saje sadumienu edna yebeso thank God it's Friday na anan some no doso in fact the doso pa yebesa said ya free call for closo na yabe dwumadie no awo ayefiebra yatena se na it is the Friday edition of Nhyira digital passport dwumadie no ade bramo ene anope misrawo join live awo YouTube Nhyira TV oba na wa subscribe dwumadie no ade amame o subscribe wi a fa message ne ka ho na garbage am de akwa amane ne aba ye ba ya be kinka messages out do amde abrayan awo dwumadie no enso ene aye 12 of December 2025 na say yes supporters on person mo kwhwe FIFA World Cup ni bi no ifa dodo na buafu because of say say ticket FIFA ticket prices on the babo nteno as ade ne boarding too much enti amani padodo na ekasa ade efa Karim Benzema and so did I know up to the current state of Real Madrid situation on so did I know to asamban and Karim Benzema eka ade afa ho and so yakoba na it is anchemuni na no etimi ade abramo uko US am league na omo no your friend the Major League soccer and na amonso abo aye America bruchimemo na commission adema aye league no openi ni se senkombenya pa ngomunya Mohamed Salah o league ni man ke babo aye pa adekonti o se Mohamed Salah ba US babo mo no arenso yakoba ne de san komo no etimi ade Abraham latest update on Xabi Alonso se be pam no ana yempam no anonso ahonsam awaye surprise anjama say omunya abrantia Michael Olisa omo ebesana mo nso no from Bayern obesi akan edi amamo this and many more ebe free amene abada yabefie anra Minister of Sports and Recreation Vadiera Kofi Adams na our parliament na parliament okwe nyina no o ka kire parliament say if I say ayade am de bill bi eba aye parliamentarians internase na omo enjenjene ho se ekoba ne se hu behia na Ghana e begia tuma anu so ebetimi aboa ya gudi hunsampa na bill no ye no sports development fund na in fact opening call parliament no o chechem yakoba na yenso de eyenchemu awdo no e de amamo na afia kiradwen etimi enso e de afanse sport fan idea if you can want some finally minister na our parliament and so no yakoba na ediano about between this and many more any Tenase Friday edition of Nhyira digital passports are a day and so Abraham name jise garbage the foreigner at you for a day a call a amanene
dachi
Mr. Team analysis no
okay
and then me ade we hu hia me pa exam dey about this time no Bonfa stores orange December no misel Christmas a special festive season na a time a ye gie ni pa na Ghana ha takrade any di Christmas o Ghana ha enunti na Bonfa store say omo de ye quarter takrade this Christmas from 24th to 28th omo package ema ye a yete Ghana ha omo package ema wo amanone a oba Ghana abedi bunya this Christmas Bonfa store say kan nyina ye ho na ye nkota krade na ye nkodi bunya no se wo from monene na eba na from 24th to 28th no boy short mawa omo package omo timi extend wo stay no e wo de amount e kwan ya be so akọ luxurious baby a obeda luxurious activities ebe koso takrade for this Xmas including the carnival ni nyina no omo booking dada awo ye be treat you special na brunya we be kwa we no na wankasangasa won say yes we di brunya but sa brunya we dey Bonfa stores any omo orange December no amana ye special e di amount enti brunya we ye ntina ha ni ye nyina ne Bonfa stores e kotakrade na yakwa kodi brunya no na e juicy packages ebe more feeling luxurious na obenya memorable December unya bi da in your life eno na bonfa stores e pese omoye edema menu mienu etunim frɛ anase test sa number we 0531 09 0068 0531 09 0068 anase 0531 08 5235 0531 085235 na de bia me kata to say ofro mu a wo de catch mu say Nhyira Power Sports na otie adverti na wo de fro mu because wo boy di nti omo special discount any special extra package bia omo de be mo a mintimi enka no e wo radio no so rich yes starting na ye ni Champions League in common and then I have only 2 games I can ho asem. The first one the course was Santiago Bernabeu no Real Madrid AOC City na City share Real Madrid by 2-1. Now say ahead of the game the biggest issue was Nhyira Xavi Alonso able losing the job after the Man City game so oluswa enunti anopay I've been doing sampling of newspapers in Spain. Maybe the after the game, saying that the mood Madrid ACTA concerning Xavi Alonso. Now, Rich, so for the front page of ASR, the caption AS and they say there was an improvement in Real Madrid, but they couldn't get the results. Inti Majora Sim Premio. I just said there's an improvement in Real Madrid, but results no amba. And you know, AS Nkwa and Omokasa Maka our Madrid cronim. This is Real Madrid newspaper. Rich almost say same credito. Say already a Siena. Don't most of say almost soon say Real Madrid attitude was good. Bono was good, but they just lacked the firepower to compete against City. Now, Rich, from the 2 newspapers front page, you know, I think he said, you're very, very far away from Madrid. Say, it seems that the conversation and he said, Xabi Alonso no, say a game no kwadia. They who here with the team no, your man America crank. You shot the kakra. And na nye bad senka ebia enka enye injury se woni team and or Adam Militao or Kylian Mbappe amoni ademu a ebi we could have done better than the against City no enti it was a performance of hope and I buy Xavi Alonso time se utie ukoma a free Spain eba concerning the job any enra de course wa no Rich enra meaning say if you were hit by this emotion at Samia, me should give this Rich, especially when Alvaro Carreras a winning born from Bernardo Silva. Now what tries to the true car or ball pass Emma Jude Bellingham. Not Jude the born running in a Real Madrid counter attack. The angle now of ball passing in the man was the goals. Any baby or Jinaya or Timmy shooting with precision. Now OBT a goalkeeper or one rich Mr. Donnarumma. Actually the first goal for Real Madrid no. Born the tall net the man and maybe someone say. What do you go no? A dear Bonnia and why this special player. It's a be more Real Madrid. And it is not a real Zidane Real Madrid to be and Ronaldo Dalima Real Madrid Cristiano Ronaldo Benzema Real Madrid front 3B Rich and you say after the game Pep Guardiola was seen going to talk to Rodrigo and as a 12% say and then I went to him and told him he's a special player on the and Rich coach is me say Pep on pass compliment kwa na enra ade bi call park so afterward we go share goal no he went straight to the bench and hugged Xavi Alonso Rich. My respect for Rodrigo Cosro Papa. And Kobia, it is time so much. Someone in Mobi. You are playing one of your biggest games. Obia say, and you be determined with destiny. Now you throw me in, and I go fetch you the first goal. And Obi-Wan Kojina, corner line, no one no say. No necessity, no say. Masati Obia up. But the goals didn't do that. After celebrating with the players, he went straight to the bench and hugged the coach. Now after the game, Rich, I say only the to call hugging coach. I say it is because on him. Say Xabi Alonso is going through difficult times as a coach of Real Madrid. And see that moment, no person come hard, and no occasion say they are all with him. Rich, it is time Xabi Alonso revising a note about Rodrigo the goals. No Omani Nyabo ni bimbo. The guy can help the team. He has shown it. And I was amazed by the sharpness. Oh, on the player Nyabo ni bimbo there. And Kobe slow kakaba. You I said they be all over. And I was so amazed by the attitude and what he offered Real Madrid team. Xabi Alonso say he felt the love. And when the post-match press conference, he was asked, and he said he felt the love. And Opewutie Gabi story now, even Kotoa so a Chanamato so said they are right behind the coach, and they think that they need that unity with him. Rich, sadly we are come on Real Madrid, for Real Madrid to lose and still accommodate the lose within the corridors and say we are right behind the team. And time see. Real Madrid history has always been results or you are out. And idea made Niji I was hard new man at ACC no one say, Rich, one of the main reasons why people like Guillem Balagumu were saying, say, I'm sure Xabi Alonso will not last at Real Madrid was that he had lost the dressing room. Players and for the players themselves to come out and say, we are showing him love, we are with him. It's significant, Emma Xabi Alonso going for it. And me a true and true Barca fan. But Rich, I wish things turn around for Xabi Alonso. And then I'm 90. I wish say, Sa Odono match coach in any team no will translate into results. Now on team ninche kakra ewo ehonum. And na game ni there. You look at the numbers. And Rich, apart from possession and normal shots, it seems Man City were more effective than Real Madrid. Because they only have 52% possession. Now about 16 shots. Now over 48% possession. Now about 12 shots. But out of all 16 shots, only one of them is on target. Out of only 12 shots, 8 of them is on target. Our XG of 2.58 as to Real Madrid 1.44. We share 2 goals out of the 2.58. We share only 1 out of your 144. Rich, unim, Dean House in about him. Asensio, you're young. Real Madrid will need to buy centre back. Eda Militao, Rich, own team Bobo in Janan and also Pio.
Pre-planning Dawson.
Yes, and he's a Brazilian. Intimate, so say age woman.
I don't have 10B.
And then when they are check Mundi Rudy Gana, Rich, he's getting to the end of his career. Not say on team Bobby, but Real Madrid level, no Rich. What is expected of you? Your 2 months where you must allow you to go. They must take that decision. Me, unim say first goal ni to no. Me kain comment no amini udi say City team no enya Real Madrid at the right time. But Rich omwankasa so omo problems. And who say first goal that Rodrigo say na a chance for you City problems. They are very, very vulnerable. So when you know you can score this City team anytime. Every day will score you, but so when you know you can attack them at the right time and score goal against them. Now flamboyant City for me though. And flamboyant City for me. And on a normal day, Real Madrid needs to share Rich, it will be a very, very cagey encounter. Danny Ceballos. Rich, one on Timbo. Who's a Tony Cruz score for front?
Oh, Bopa.
Oh, Bopa. And we have
Madrid almost
perfect replacement. Yes.
You fit.
But Rich, the amount of the Cruz may a legend of Real Madrid, no, and your consistency, no. And now, 1, 2, 3 matches to Arsenal was article. We just game where you impact you would no. And it's the same with Ada Goulet. Look at the way he started the season. But on the game in Musa, I forgot who has a Kakanga is turning into a bench player and a Sabium. And see, that is the difference. And Misha game, the commentator said it. Say, I think it was a summarizer. Or say, Wababa and about a matches. Say, or share time or buy no or share Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema, BBC mu a team no. Sa Casemiro, Modric, Cruz mu team no. Aiba or share 30 minutes no. Or say no Real Madrid are perform. The kind of personalities they used to have, and no more consistency level, no more quality no. Real Madrid are perform. And Rich Sakasa one performer is about the. We are not saying these players are bad. But they can give you consistent performances. And now to say this is the top. Real Madrid is the best club in the world.
And so I mean, Madrid team at the Bias, Kylian Mbappe and Joapa. Team in that form. In the end, only honor from edges. Barcelona and goes 90 million.
There's a big problem. May I show some people take the win. Rich, do good or hard you.
Southampton.
We say, I'm my phone from that one. BBC, I should go and post a tweet. Say, no, Rich, on a good day for Doku. No, I do too much.
And I don't remember the phone.
And only at a point in time, again, I agree with the commentator. I'll say, so, who play me said Doku or Timua? The old party said, Timina. They will love say at a point in time you give the ball to him. Rich, what the ball in manner? On quite him could tell on the bear some bear close to bear 20-35 seconds. Time no quite could tell on oh yeah now be a baby. It makes the team no relax and get into their shape. He buys time for Man City shape no. What the ball in manner more macano. Moon say in the next 30 seconds, you know. You bet my say here. You bet my say Doku hard dream or hard dream too much. Or hard dream. And I love Abanti friend O'Reilly. In the first go no share no. These are some of the things about Timua. He will make you discover young players. He will give them the chance and they will become very, very good players. And Real Madrid, see performance, you know, idea, inspire hope because they were in a very, very bad situation. Game in him. Rich, maybe I know see. May I show say, and I will share Club Brugge and Arsenal. Minim say, oh yeah, media. One of the questions I asked was, into this same Club Brugge and Barcelona, no Mukoboy. Because Arsenal handled them well.
3-0.
Already, young couple. Mamma mia. And Michelle between Barcelona and the Club Brugge Koboy. And I saw strengths in the Club Brugge team. Arsenal men who have strength, you know. It's as if they don't have the strength. The pace of hopes, they dealt with it. The control of the game. They know they said, no, they give you Ballon d'Or again, ma'am. No, you might wake rich. There are some days you bless it at the office. Like
on why is it Raheem Sterling? That Sterling being games.
I don't know.
Now the Obasano.
I mean, so we need to show you say you know. Even Champions League official organizers, you know, are talking about what Arsenal has done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, 6 wins, 100%, and it's the reason why Okolog, so Arsenal was 18 points, solid at the top 4. After match day 6, Ukote so that's a team ever Champions League na wahwehwe omo ene baby omo da ene there are Europa games any conference league games nti my yamfa code Emma nkofo na yentimi media no na ye wajo so
I mean Abrante no
I'm coming to address that.
Oh okay
Rich anywhere so
I just so
ye yakopon ya dom nse me kan say ye ko 3 days rollover streak na first day no boy enra so nyame ya dom e boy na omo pem mampam America say oh yemfa nkwa no in the moment you start sika open up o start so ye do fupe won wa
obisano
nti mesremo ye gitu mu say ye kwa 3 days nyame ya wadom o first 2 days now even third day no kwenya munwie you are thinking about the weekend you must think about today omo dey a minimum of 100 cedis any starting roll over no and they have a minimum of 900 Ghana. Yes, only ever Jenny now. You can put the 900 Ghana on the third day. Senebia, we will complete the 3 days. Yen China 3 days in the May year. Then we will decide when we will start another rollover. Into rich, and then day 3, your rollover code no. A BW 285 BE 684 BW 285 BE 684 and no any rollover code for the 3. Send a complete your 3 days, you know. If you can add any games, you know, and so to 8, and then your 2 codes are, and so a combine for any games, you know, and a Europa Conference League, you can pick it quickly. BW 285C 5CC1 and a BW 285C84 B4 and no for any games, no any rollover, no oko ousu bempa ayala exa sa course ni nyina oko Facebook besmark ousu bempa hyphen ayala and as ayala sports so a obehu sa two course no enyina wo makoma eda ene third day no so akwa be say ne maame eyare and or per rollover no last one no wetimatu and the bills onu nkwenti ye bompa ese nyankopon ema ene ye last rollover no embo na ontimi enye sikanti nyame hwa yina na ye hwede ebesi no me ne for to know ne for me starting my analysis no
okay
and then me ade we hu hia me pa it's am dey about this time no Bonfa stores orange December no me sell Christmas a special festive season na a time a ye gi ani pa na Ghana ha takrade any di Christmas o Ghana ha enunti na Bonfa store say omo de ye quarter takrade this Christmas from 24th to 28th omo package ema ye a yete Ghana ha omo package ema wa amanone a oba Ghana abedi bronya this Christmas Bonfa store say kan nyina ye ho na ye nkota krade na ye nkodi bronya no se wo from monene na eba na from 24th to 28th no boy short mawa omo package omo timi extend wo stay no e wo de amount e kwan ya befa so akọ luxurious baby a obeda luxurious activities e be cost water krade for this Xmas including the carnival ni nyina no omo booking it dada awo ye be treat you special na bronya we be kwa we no na wankasankasa won say yes we di bronya but sa bronya we dey Bonfa stores any omo orange December no ama na ye special e di amount enti bronya we ye ntina ha ni ye nyina ne Bonfa stores e kota krade na yakwa kodi bronya no na e juicy packages e be more feeling luxurious na obenya memorable December unya bi da in your life eno na Bonfa stores e pese omo ye edema menu mienu entunim frɛ anase test sa number we 0531 090068 0531 090068 and I say 0531 085235 0531 085235 na de bia me katwa to say ofro mu a wo de catch you say Nhyira Power Sports and na otie adverti and na wo de fro mu because we boy di nti omo special discount and a special extra package bia omo de be mo a mintimi enka no e wo radio no so rich yes starting na ye ni Champions League in common and then I have only 2 games I make am wasam. The first one the course was Santiago Bernabeu no Real Madrid AOC City na City share Real Madrid by 2-1. Now say ahead of the game the biggest issue was Nhyira Xavi Alonso able losing the job after the Man City game so oluswa enunti anopay I've been doing sampling of newspapers in Spain. Senebe maybe they met Ghana after the game, you know, saying that the mood Madrid ACTA concerning Xavi Alonso. Now, Rich, so for the front page of ASR, the caption now AS and they say there was an improvement in Real Madrid, but they couldn't get the results. Inti Majora Sim Premio. It just said there's an improvement in Real Madrid, but results no amba. And you know, AS Nkwa and Omokasa Maka our Madrid cronim. This is Real Madrid newspaper. Rich almost say same credito. Say already a Siena. Don't most of and say almost soon say Real Madrid attitude was good. Bono was good, but they just lack the firepower to compete against City. Now, Rich, from the 2 newspapers front page, you know, I think he said, you're very, very far away from Madrid. Say, it seems that the conversation and he said, Xabi Alonso, no, say, a game no quadia. They are who you with the team, no, your man America can count. You're shady kakra. And man enye bad senka ebia enka enye injuries e woni team and or Adam Militao or Kylian Mbappe amoni ademu a ebimpo we could have done better than the against City no enti it was a performance of hope and I buy Xavi Alonso time say utie ukoma a free Spain eba concerning the job any enra de course wa no Rich enra meaning say if you were hit by this emotion at Samia, me game this Rich, especially when Alvaro Carreras a winning born from Bernardo Silva. Now what tries to or the true car or ball pass Emma Jude Bellingham. Now Jude the ball running in a Real Madrid counter attack. The angle now of ball passing in the man was the goals. Any baby or Gina or Timmy shooting with precision. Now OBT a goalkeeper or one rich Mr. Donnarumma. Actually the first goal for Real Madrid no. Born the top net the man and maybe someone say. What do you go no? A dear Bonnie and why this special player. It's a be more Real Madrid. And it is not a Zidane Real Madrid to be and Ronaldo Dalima Real Madrid Cristiano Ronaldo Benzema Real Madrid front 3B. Rich and you say after the game Pep Guardiola was seen going to talk to Rodrigo and said 12% say and then I say I went to him and told him he's a special player on and Rich coach is be said Pep on passing compliment kwa na enra ade bi call park so afterward he go share goal no he went straight to the bench and hugged Xavi Alonso. Rich my respect for Rodrigo Costro papa and Kobia it is time so be chop someone in movie You are playing one of your biggest games. Obia say, and you be determined with destiny. Now you throw me in, and I go fetch you the first goal. And Obi-Wan Kojina, corner line, no one no say. No necessity, no say. Masati Obia up. But the goals didn't do that. After celebrating with the players, he went straight to the bench and hugged the coach. Now after the game, Rich, I say unim dey talk hugging coach. I say it is because Onim say Xabi Alonso is going through difficult times as a coach of Real Madrid. And that moment, you know, no opposite okom hugging and no okache say they are all with him. Rich, it is time Xabi Alonso a revising a note about Rodrigo the goals. No Omani Nyabo ni bimbo. The guy can help the team. He has shown it. And I was amazed by the sharpness. Oh, what's the player called Nyabo ni bimbo there? And Kobe slow kakaba. You I said they be all over. And I was so amazed by the attitude and what he offered Real Madrid team. Xabi Alonso say he felt the love. And when the post-match press conference, he was asked, and he said he felt the love. And Operuti Gabi story now, even Kotoa so a Chanamato so said they are right behind the coach, and they think that they need that unity with him. Rich, sadly we come on Real Madrid for Real Madrid to lose and still accommodate the lose within the corridors and say we are right behind the team. And time see. Real Madrid history has always been results or you are out. And idea made Niji I was a new man at ACC no one say, Rich, one of the main reasons why people like Guillem Balaguer were saying, say, I'm sure Xabi Alonso will not last at Real Madrid was that he had lost the dressing room. Players and for the players themselves to come out and say, we are showing him love, we are with him. It's significant, Emma Xabi Alonso going for it. And me a true and true Barca fan. But Rich, I wish things turn around for Xabi Alonso. And then I'm 90. I wish say, Sa Odono match coach in any team no will translate into results. Now on team ninche kakra ewo ehonum. And na game ni there. You look at the numbers. And Rich, apart from possession and normal shots, it seems Man City were more effective than Real Madrid. Because they have 52% possession. Now about 16 shots. Now over 48% possession. Now about 12 shots. But out of all 16 shots, only one of them is on target. Out of only 12 shots, 8 of them is on target. Our SG of 2.58 as to Real Madrid 1.44. We share 2 goals out of the 2.58. We share only 1 out of your 144. Rich, unim, din house in about him. Since you are young, Real Madrid will need to buy centre back. Eda Militao, Rich, own team Bobo in Jinan and Asubium. Yes, and he's a Brazilian. Intimate, so say age woman.
And they are to be 10B.
And then when they are in check, Mudiye Rudy Gana, Rich, he is getting to the end of his career. Not say on team Bobium, but Real Madrid level, no Rich. What is expected of you? Your 2 months where you must allow you to go. They must take that decision. Me unim say first goal no to no me kain comment no me no dey say City team no enya Real Madrid at the right time but which omonkasa so omo problems and who say first goal that Rodrigo say na a chance for you City problems they are very very vulnerable so when you know you can score this City team anytime maybe I don't will score you but so when you know you can attack them at the right time and score goal against them. Na flamboyant city for me though. And flamboyant city for me. And on a normal day, Real Madrid needs to share, Rich, it will be a very, very KG encounter. Danny Ceballos, Rich, one on Timimbo. Who's a Tony Cruz score for front?
No, Bopa.
Oh, Bopa. And
Madrid almost
perfect replacement. Yes.
No effect.
But Rich, the amount of the Cruz a legend of Real Madrid, no, and your consistency, no. And now 1, 2, 3 matches to Arsenal was article. Which a game where you impact you no. And it's the same with Ada Goulet. Look at the way he started the season. But on in them game in Musa, I forgot who has a Kakanga is turning into a bench player and a Sabium. And see, that is the difference. And now, Misha gave the commentator said it. Say, I think it was a summarizer. Or say, Wababa and about a matches. Say, or shit. Time Obaya, no, or shit. Ronaldo, Bill, Benzema, BBC, mu, a team no. Sa Casemiro, Modric, Cruz, mu team no. Aiba, or shit, 30 minutes, you know. Or say, no, Real Madrid are perform. The kind of personalities they used to have, and no more consistency level, no more quality, no. Real Madrid are perform. And Rich Seconds one performer is about the. We are not saying these players are bad, but they can give you consistent performances. And now to say this is the top. Real Madrid is the best club in the world.
And so I mean, Madrid team at the Bias, Kylian Mbappe and Joapa. Team in that form. In the end, only honor from edges, Barcelona and goes 90 minutes.
There's a big problem. May I show some people take the win. Rich, do could hard you. We say now me have on my phone from that one. BBC I should go and post a tweet. Say no, Rich. On a good day for Doku. Oh no. Or had you too much.
And I don't mama the phone.
And only at a point in time, again, I agree with the commentator. I'll say, so who play me say Doku or Timua? The old say, Tim they will love say at a point in time you give the ball to him. Rich, what the ball in the manner? On quite him could tell on the bear some bear close to bear 20-35 seconds. Saa time no kwani kutabona oye na obi e baby agina. It makes a team no relax and get into their shape. He buys time for Man City shape no. What the ball in the manner more makano. Munim say in the next 30 seconds no. You bet my say bigina here. You bet my say Doku hard or hard too much. Or hard. And I love Abanti friend O'Reilly. The first goal no share no. These are some of the things prep about him. He will make you discover young players. He will give them the chance, and they will become very, very good players. And not so good win for City, but the job was done. And Real Madrid, as your performance, idea, inspire hope because they were in a very, very bad situation. Game in him. Rich, maybe I know see them. May I show say, and I will share Club Brugge ni Arsenal. Minim say, oh yeah, media. One of the questions I asked was, into this same Club Brugge na Barcelona no mkobo ya no. Because Arsenal handled them well.
3-0.
Already young couple. Mamma mia. And me shabi team Barcelona any Club Brugge kobo ya no. Any I saw strength in the Club Brugge team. Arsenal men who have strength, you know. It's as if they don't have the strength. The pace of hopes. Oh, they dealt with it.
Etimi abua na asma se brani ya wura muntino ma menka funa menka to say ana da be ana on the 12th hey sanya ya can say night with the stars na abanya no night with the stars aye Rotary Park ana eba so den obuase bites any multimedia insure FM any Love FM ana akade ase ani aya did night with the stars na ade bro na aya 24 kukudam ana ade bro aya on the 25th ya on the 25th of December and you did night with the stars na Eddie Ebewo na mema refisa ya di Kofi Kinata eba ana afe kidi anso eba Jackie rap life ana ya di kwabena ofo ya ponsa anso eba the Mr Music Man Kodo Entry anso rap life intino night with the stars no anya sam kutwa kra o Rotary Park take it in the ayeku 2 and Ghana and regular ana afe VIP no adom anso aye 4 and Ghana paint no masa me you film night with the Stars anya some go to akwa yentem na Brian Shire from Anabra beto ticket and also betuma use short code na wetimi dia to there we dale star 714 star 714 star na wabo 3 no wabo 99 na the house ne dia so na onso wetimi ato there kama na eno wetimi aboa na say ubetimi friend number we 0244 60 2800 and answer over first 0248 na wabo 0 so odo mako 9 na wabo 9 na wabo 0 na afa wetima frɛ na wanya night with the SAS take it ni bi na etima kama edama now ma yankon confirm answer na yendi djuma kakra enfama na eno ada UEFA Europa League matches etoja afa so UEFA Conference League matches etoja better no pay ma minja Europa League na mindi nkoba kakra esa se no ada France versus Bobo Kono atena fie bontena mi no ama Rangers wo metimu bako aferia bati se da ekodan Dynamo ebontena mi so mo so etimu bako wa bla to great Rezegat ebontena mi so ama Pao wo mo so etomi so etimu mi so me pato eno achi FC Midland wo mo abatena bako ka gank di bo ko no wo mo entimante OGNC o ma san lusu biem desa Sporting Braga aboma tena bako mentima ante ansana Storm Creas bo ko no etena fie pato de no ada Cleveland Center and also Resta Belgrade ekobo matena ba comment Stuttgart I was so intro na Mekavim Tel Aviv wom atibo ba ko adese utility wom tena fie ama no forward se ko so intro mienu di tio mo timu ba ko Young Boys antra so mo yankoda wom ba tena ba ko ama aye Limetropole so antimante FC Barca wom tena fie Aston Villa akono mo intro mienu mo atibo ba ko anso na team man Dina de Bren enso tena fie ama Fenerbahce akoya djuma ntena nan anomo so editor Tata Vigo woman dia Madrid no mutibi so mo na no da omudi Madrid for wa go beta Bologna akwacho mo ofie abo mo ntena mienu a wo ma tibu ba ko Celtic etena fie so ma no mo ntena miensa Feyenoord anso eko FCSB amatese omo so ko lusu 4-3 enti de tenie Fabek ese ba ko ma Salzburg commentimante Olympic Lyon ebo 2 goals ama go ahead wo mo atimu ba ko Panathinaikos anso etena fie omo Victoria Pleasant ebo 0-0 FC Porto was so ntena me no Mamarmu Alpha wo so atimu bako na uko mu league table no so a sania ye de bo UEFA Champions League no sa bebepe team aye group stages na obi ebo ebusuan de tense first to 8 no team odin kan Lyon we were 15 points and yenya Midland one were 15 Aston Villa atosumiensa one 15 and afe wanya Ribetes wanya Fabek wanya France Varos wanya Sporting Braga na wanya FC Porto woman at the first 8 no woman occupy and to what anywhere a YouTuber we be with the way near many to Esiko ewo ANC shawo also but I'm ko FIFA na me kodin ko maka kwampato sisi ade wake up ebaso ewo aye Canada America and Mexico no yes supporters buafu say ya na mpemfo be party a and the one we abon no mo nkoko he esanse FIFA ka cho me say take it no anka de bo wo form before say World Cup no beba na FIFA and the communicate about say take it no and can starting price no ebe say FE $60 at the aqua copim the final was it final na bia e bon na nka bu be peja akọ $6,730 and no ya the anka final no mo de beje but no other FIFA and the manebo e buy o mo chaze hisia no e dey say World Cup no single match who take it $700 and anka for say dabraka na no kwampa de o mo say homo ade ayi o mo ya pa ya say final no and no $8,680 and anka for that be ade no de wa ade si ko say ya na FIFA be pa de anyame anim ne FIFA dada o mo esanse ukọ Europe kwampa de a o mo supporters group bi e o ha chase o mo edumint ntimaye pa ana ya so makoka te FIFA say nyame anim ne FIFA ne o mo nam so no anya jo mani je won anka ne kwa nanka ayire so anka World Cup de ukọ aye $180 utimi nya game anka final bi akwa anya hwe kwa no aye $4,185 aye $1 no ana ne anka ye de World Cup matches na ba ne say ana isia de akwa kodu $8,000 $8,000 anka for se nyame anim ne se FIFA be sa pa de a ene matches na je so man kasa hwe o mo de ado ye reporter free FIFA World Cup eba so e wa America na no pe no ya de on ko ba kakra so e adi adam wo na nya FIFA nkwa na enya asem me pato kuta Arsenal wo mu jesi anim na we Bayern Munich jesi anim na we Paris Saint-Germain wo mu jesi anim a de eda ho aya visit Rwanda na anona supporters no akwakoye demonstration wo ma ye process ade atia sa sponsorship deal no wo mo so mo council ni nyina na sisi de ama de no ma ye din pa ya se wo ko aya DR Congo wo mu abo aya group bi wo ho ata se ye from the aya movement to aya 23rd aya mass ata se ye from M23 na sa M23 aya de se United Nations ekwatena se o mo se wo ko aya DR Congo sia no so a enkofo bi wo ho a sabe eba na bonfo sempa de a wo mu di ntima ye pa wo mu kunkum nipa wo mu tinkoda ese o mo afi kwampa de e mo na to nyina kwa ya se jama abeba pemani ade ata se United Nations asa se bohu dawro kwa ama maka asa enso ede atia ano na Arsenal supporters no ani Bayern supporters ni PSG supporters na se your group bi wo a ye from M23 na so mu di abonfo semwe na visit Rwanda hu bo mu dia ani na de enti na mo se asa sa sponsorship to na atroso na de wo mu nyina ya se ya se sa M23 wo mu duma de wo mu di nyina no ya se United Nations so mu ye hwehwemu no wo ma hu se ammunitions atura hodo ani niema ya de wo ma wo no efi Rwanda air defense force no akate no mo de sa niema ni nyina adiko na anya se bia ayi niema nkwa atuo ni niema nkwa no mo de ko ye so mo sada mo mu training ana fence no ade so mo advice nti kame so o mu no mo so mati ama mo di sa bonfo sam no eno na cha se amazi sa supporters no akase tia se United Nations abo Rwanda di na ta se Paul Kagame edimenti jimaye padia ene do mo ka se sa sponsorship na wo mo ne Rwanda ewo no wo mo cancel so man cancel padia ene supporters ni cha se ne stadium kopa no ene me se be yeden ade ama Arsenal PSG ana afi Bayern Munich supporters no ene ye reporter eba ewo dwumade so na no pa me ka kire kakra ade ama wan se shawo do so na anope reporter mensaka ayese yesi opinion ni tende wan reporter anope wobeko akọ court anim na court anim a okono ayese nikera case no ana wanu so di ni statement adi eko reporter mensa kan yesa koma okono onko as a defendant emom no oko as a witness wobaka a ba se yesi graphics ni payin pa ba ku bi ewo ho a na baby atwam no woye aduma adema Barcelona in fact Barcelona matches no yesi wo yi referees a na waka to mo se Barca match ndi munje mu famo mo afenso na Barcelona fo treteska adema referee di adi Nhyira na komano ana na no pa ya 11:30 openya ni dead one reporter echo court na wakwa as a witness akwa tesa ampo wo hu bibisa anase wo hu bibisa reporter mensa ka se defendant wo mu wasa asem we mu no ayo openya ni dinade Sandro Rosell woni a former Barcelona president ana openya ni dead Josep Maria Bartomeu wo mu nyina anso ye defendant adema sa case we ana fe openya ni dead one reporter ana ekwa testify as a witness mpato enyo no kwa openya ya friend Ernesto Valverde ana aya Luis Enrique omo aya former Barcelona coaches yaso omo so ya to omo sa dia from say omo so emra metwa say bibisa omo hu bibisa ene ya reporter mensaka ewo dwumade so and this court no tennis wie per the witnesses are ebeko no ano metumadi teme sampa Barca edifo ana say Barca dibim ansa na so twe bi wo ha ebio metumi edi amam reporter mensaka say coaches yi ade say on video ana tese o munso no ebetimi communicate to the court and nanu your reporter if you one reporter kate edi eba meko Major League Soccer ekodi nkoma yase o mu community na eyo penya ni din edi Don Gaba na Don Gaba na wase watete se Mohamed Salah dia Liverpool for ne ye no obeja tim no akọ na se sa pa dia ene o mu ka chance ene oni liye ne Messi din nkoma na oni Messi din nkoma wi obewu se Major League Soccer no sa emu ye teye pa akwanya ɛwɔ Major League Soccer nim na ebetimi aboa ɔno Mohamed Salah enti ɛne yɛ the commissioner ɛnso ɛde ma Major League Soccer ɔpanya ne din ɛde Don Gaba ɛka Mohamed Salah na anɔpɛ no meka kyerɛ kakra ɛde ma ɛno ada Lionel Messi ɛnso ɛkɔ ɛyɛ ntentan no so ɛkɔ da nneɛma di kakra ɛkɔ so kesi nneɛma kyerɛ sɛ awusa golden boot no ana Major League Soccer champions ɔno ne trophy ana afei wokɔ Major League Soccer the most valuable player wɔn na ɛkɔɛ ɛde ma no ɛne chairman ana kyerɛ sɛ ɔyɛ nneɛma kakra ɛnso ɛwɔ ne IG ɛnti Lionel Messi no wɔhɛ dan show nneɛma saa but at this time deɛ nneɛma yɛ kama ɛde Lionel Messi na wokɔ UEFA katia wɔn de team of the week ne ɛde aba kwabena Salisu Mohammed mu nsa se mu Salisu na Salisu nye player kito mpacho winim say UEFA team of the week in Salisu Mohammed eka ho oh wenya we ho okay UEFA etasa wonai Simon nano da womu ani PSG bowie no go na oda no ano am making the shot ano na oya the shot stopper adema UEFA team of the week no afa defenders na kire no mo bonan womu abo abanta ni dinadi David Henko ano mo bo Salisu ano aye 4 and 5 ana aye Nico Orieli ana afa Juice Kunde ana bo Latras wono mo aye 2 and 3 in FIFA there womu the abanta ni dinadi Richirios and so abo FIFA from Benfica ano mo bo Tad de Catalari from Atalanta ano mo bo Linat Car Bayern fo akodana was sentina no and tentano no mo bo go Gordon from a team I have me pato Newcastle ano mo bo Mason Greenwood awe anim ho ano no ni mandwork doni and you gabna wo ya agazufo bia animo we ankoda no kra ana UEFA ayo mo say team of the week no we any players or more occupy but reporter mensaka say Julian Alvarez as yanka mo bia ante say ade won ani so ye say won Argentina ebeji another World Cup and ya ade ehia ne pa nyame atom na bia wonya Champions League weta Atletico Madrid and anybody who got 4 players yes so ma create chances Premier League nima one more points in aba Bruno Fernandes maybe kan 2.87 and that kwan ne chances creation no and yema e kama edema no per game to me say and yema nyina akwaye democrat no and of Jeremy Dokuaba na Mohamed Salah ba and Jagales enso aba and Jagales Everton no with me say yema e kama demakoda no na reporter mensaka say PSG it is Michael Olise the next summer one me player be out there now e be winger there and say Michael Olise na eso mo many dinati because PSG Fortress we dey fie France wa homna na ja o me say ni man anu nyam na ene man ya kaba and for mo me reporter metina kwabna postcode asem na ya mesrem postcode say why Manchester di why say Manchester ni future and be some postcode say na then no na team kwa o mu change su kura nye and tennis yes no say Amorim no munim Amorim no bi obo 3 back dey o si dey coach Manchester United emani o si say bia Manchester United ni ma waka Manchester say Amorim ni change se nye won say da any proper sap bia na obi obo 3 back say e bia o munim amonko participate na amonko he 3 back na no pay no but 3 back so dey ye fan coach Manchester United what is say Manchester United for supporters at akunya so kwabna omoto fa and say akunya so omo techo mo sa game no entertaining will be entertaining Manchester United fan sanka supporter at akunya so na ko bia ye bibia bi obi ayenkete bi na supporters ahuri abom sem ya wase bi ni ho wotu wo yem na bese so sa enu ati krampo kwabna wase sotongo kwa mu mobio sotongo Manchester United mobi na afa ade ba kokko ha agre pa yese sanka winga fabo won fa bo van dan na gaja ya mane so ni na Manchester ni bi wase wei musim wo future ewo Ruben Amorim pa de nyame anim ne on the post course de wanyini sa Ruben Amorim coach obebo Manchester United no nkoma kakro pain na de tuta na Karim Benzema se mad the problem and said anyo problem bi so kwabna wase one leadership pe wase mad the player why very experienced obetime akata Mbappe se kate de ayere nye obere fini so tu de anim no akata se kate ye nyina ha we ya sa de we obebo team ni for kwabna wasi eno eni ade aka ye pa na de ha ne pa ya se mad players na ho si se kwabna obi am person obeji atum se ebia we aye playmaker ana we goal scorer kwabna de oye playmaker person oye goal scorer do oye goal scorer and so person or playmaker. And this also mad the phone Mbappe, Kwabena on your playmaker or a goal scorer. Ana Vinicius Junior kwabena ono no intentan one no but one tias yes ha se kopim se players no betias yes we na goal scorer we ana a playmaker kwabena so ma hu sa de na be yedin adi ama man de bobo kon se won be se eso mo dadam ana sa de ye no kra ya se uni anim bobo che ogitum we nya problem bia obi nim bobo che no ye ultimate na di bu ama so onim bobo che o wo se se de ohu no ma de na nya sa de te azo bia person che so onim bobo ne bo wo se no de eba se be ha adwene ye pa emom opaso catch Jude Bellingham Rodrigo Goes and Mbappe and Vinicius Junior say the connection between them no aso motiase no bia hu de oye no park no so enye say aso obia ye bibia sa obia so de anata so oye de opɛ wase eba sa e ha adwene ye pa nti sa 4 players no obia win position o park no so no na betimi aboma manji de boboko no ene man so atimi akoye e de amama no aye reporter etota ama otasa opanyani there is Sabi Alonso what him say players no obia we ego na onhwe no manage niema ni din so park no so wono timi di niema sema ababoa amatasa niema so atimi akoye e de ama riema de boboko na no reporter mensa eka ewo dwumade so ene de time na ya person tino mama nya we kakran fa man kwabra sa ato via for wonim say Premier League no motoso miensa ana oko Europe nso a eno so motoso miensa o nti amanfo fi say niema ya kaba e de emo na OGC ni senso de ehwie 8 matches so o ma hwie o ma ni nyina o ma lusu 8 matches enya de so ma we ne ba kokra Chelsea so Tariq George dia meti ya say Abantes to no puchi say obetimi akọ Tariq George de no Chelsea so Chelsea Noah Sadike wonom Southampton player wo mo Chelsea mu nya na mo pe Ancelotti so akasa na opa ya wo so ni Mohamed Salah be sia na woni Salah sia na enkomodie ya se amfo na che ne nto aso dia Mohamed Salah be de di no na be Chelsea ayi e bia match ba ku ya ka ansa no makoye se hobenya bia bo so nya bi mu no mahu de we niema esitie abusia nsam ebreko enti mama influence ansam de anka bebiri we chiri we kwa yes mas bre enti no we kwa de head anya gidigidi bia kwa bna se kakra bi yes mas bre de kakra bi na yawie inshabodo no nkasa bibiri inshabodo na no na ehuhia
sure
onim se afibia no Nhyira FM de se ya jeje kakra na ya de aso ya kakra so na afi ya ma afofro so ani atimi age ene nti ne ya ka cha se wo kakra no fa bra be kan Nhyira FM de ho
bada no pay ma memmo ya hwefo ne yatifo abaso
okay
ma ya de
dodo na de o mo de aba wo
on se ade ba ko ama me pe Nhyira ya hwefo ne yatifo asem ba ko ni anytime bia ye be call mo na so akosere bibi no the we are mo dia ho keka e be bom eni nyina ye ne na efe kra keke enti anopai de di kan kra no ye na ya hwefo ne atifo ase ye damase se ye ba mo se Nhyira do mo meka ho ye nyina ye nyama ne nyefe no in fact ma show love pa nanso enam dodo ensen kwan
yeah
ebia na wo de no mfa mai enka se obi di ni dia benti eye onso fa de bra because Nhyira ne ba ho ne beba so na makase sa de we ya de a in fact enipa bia wutie dwumade na no pɛ sɛ wota ye bia Nhyira wo mu ne nyasem keto akra ena Nhyira ne ma ne nya wo sɛ eyesika nko a Nhyira eba phones bebre obu okra the whole of the year on call to that
enya sa akra bi okra mpa ma so beba o maso
that's it
sanity
what say bia na nya wo ho ne beba baby a na
kan kan bi dia ma oni wabusia nyina
what say enti ye nyina no yenkeka ho so na kitua bia nsa de kuta wo bia no akwan da ho obetimi di aba na odi ababebo aduane mpaboa sika fem ntare bibia odi e kan akoma so odi baba kan bia no akonya no eda ho a obetimi di ababa kan oni nyina no ya ne kama nti number ne yese mu no
ansa na mebbo no ma de e fe kra wo mu yese bibia de baba pese ye ntu din wa fidie so e beto din di ama we programs ahodo ni nyina so
odi so e bia wo de bana pese enne se nki e betena se yembu din a sika nam de ba pese mu mi din sem di se na ba akonya da ho ye benya se ne kra yen kasa
of course because
baba bo ni nyina because yan pa
numbers ni 0550 068822 0550 mpacho edian beba Clement Aisa Apia na onso de kakrawa bebo na inshabu do yetimi ama afoforo so eni etimi ade kwabna ma memfa wonsi ha yi
ti yedati fa momoa na niama heje no bibia anya kama na yemfa enkoboa the various orphanage homes outdoor na bibia anya kama emfa emamobua sibites na to the stars no so ya catch mo se bronya we die eni jeni nyina awo komase Rotary Park ho na nyina no 25th yakoba dem na ya jeni kama pa fi muni nyina ya adwuma mumye na nka mum na enkoje ani nyame ya adwuma 25th intimsaw sɛ ma di kan na nwotofo bebre ko dantwi ba ko fiki na ba kidi oforiam pansa kwabna and afi Jackie yedom nyina no ba komase Rotary Park intimsaw ticket no nsanka bia na wajo de no entem 200 cities for regular na VIP akofo aye 400 cities na obeso to ticket online so akonya ne da ho obetimi adale star 714 star 399 hash it says it to be star 714 star 399 hash na onso etimi e de ato aye ticket me ka say oko aye poku trading supermarket adum ticket ni bi awo total filling station awo aye Anraga junction bi ho sanso Rotary Park wona danyame onso ticket bi awo CCA ABC Mart awo patase oban chef from Hanso and products ho ebi awo ho Western Pharmacy awo Bantama and JP filling station ampamcho awo body junction hono so no ticket ni bi awo CCA make say and a go filling station awo ahonjo runabout ona no kwa ticket ni bi awo ha won sabetimi enso akabisa to ticket no entam na ansa anyaw I'm mining and engineering training school 3 months and I dey atwa yesebra na yencho say they see operative forklift wheel loader roller backhoe bulldozer excavator ni nyina no I'm mining and engineering training school would be saying students are omo afa yensem nyina obi anya adwuma oye ebi wura into mining ebi nso wura into construction ebi nso ha osua ne de no de tukwan a ono nso ade kobo no bra ewo ho timi so bra obo ase zongo na onso school yi 3 months pepe na watimi awie 0539732766 na one omo enso eni eyenkomo Alaska Star Enterprise bronyo mo bia finshapa na ye catch us up so say dem ebra fina kone we ya Alaska Star Enterprise enyama papa efie no ho so where quality sounds cheap enyama fe ebo no so da fombo ko bra na unso beto bi se wo pe blanketing na bronya wo dia kwasel dem sansa na material one no ebi ho your ring light sofa cover decorative watches and flowers sansa na marble sheet ni nyina no ye de bi bebre na ade aba ene nema pia di sese dem make say ni nyina wuram awo Alaska Star Enterprise ebi awo ha on sabetimi akabina unso no batimi ade asiesie wo dem kama timi sew ram sese awo kumasi adum boss from hona or they also per Mrs. Anoche plugs and him fair floor ho and I wo and can form with jumadi pamcho munko a tudu opposite MTTD office ho ayadia Alaska Star Enterprise ho 0256330075 Alaska Star Enterprise kwai na nsubronya sese dem ema ho entimi enye febra odisika kitwa bi na ade Uniat Practical Institute and I kwani akosia computer makacho say omo students dina no kuma oma omofo omo mabene o computer mu dina no omofo from Uniat odima de kwentia enhwemu abededi say omo nkwa no students no anytime bi o pass out to bia no so for a specific job utumi say juman oye oya ye pa so utumi say professionalism and odi ya adwuma sense school na okoe no busua de kama pa okwa lectures papa bi awunim computer na ekere wade enti course bebre na betima ka okoye bi abo ho pamchao awopa so okoye computer business and office administration, network and cyber, security engineering, software engineering, science and artificial intelligence, AI, and data analytics. Nindinano make for union a practical institute and a day amount na sukulu sada medical chema in such a way said the old brandy tea bia ubet me about the open regular a kind of obu was a Richard media weekends na major time uni problem ubet me akoni weekends and you know so kind of and a distant class in nano ubet me acquire our union practical institute pamcho fre 0555 383848 na money a school rano and so any a enkomo rush energy drink dem akato say oda sorry bia e debia friend dano ayanu bi esanse be mo stay active na assign energize o kama ama demuni nyina no we aduma onto brekra ntiro me kamfo a rush energy drink and the amount say osutobi na aduma bia ukoye bia no nso etimi abo bra bronya no and so pimpen de Stanbic Bank esmen kanjo se bra na yama besia so na efatra wachim se o pebesia de awura wadwumam o pebesia de atoka bronyan obasa osesa o ka me pacho Stanbic Bank and amekanfo de ama opeso o complete ufie na o Stanbic Bank ha e be masika o de okwa nya kasa tintin bia bank bia manitua no o kwa afi ne ebusa we fa we bra na me mitua minisika so tin ma basa mambesia na niema abusa mi nyina me kofa ne Stanbic Bank de tevo okwa nya kasa tintibia e ma sika ne bi na nso no watimi ade atewa chema me bia no I comment just walking na onomo enkodi eye enkomo tap cent makase aboga ni bia wutie shoyi ene anopei aboga fori nyina ne mafinsha pa na afisi kambesa ne dia ba ni nyina munyusu tap cent and it is only app no phone so a me patcho download bi se CA awo phone so na fa said o sika bia odi free baby awo so wo Canada, UK, Ireland, US, Africa, Hampo, Germany, Portugal. If I UAE baby awo bia no tap send app no and I saw download now the service can no eba Ghana. O download ye na ye be cho £5 pound. $5 $10 and €5 ani na no ya de tap send and so no ebetimi e de aseno na bibia na kama e de ama cancer measure me pacha o obi a complain of a pains ya de honam ya ya so e o tisa on kasa no emu ya pa che se ama se kura bubu a oda dem wo ya hu ye nye edro be na wonom yi hospital ye de wakosa still honto a me pacha duro no ye fa no cancer measure kotobi se na enom na bibi etese eye anase ade bi tese arthritic eye pain me pacha wunya cancer measure na oduma be tuase prekope enso timi de amana fe pains a ugo tu ni nyina no etimi aboa ama hono etimi ato edroi takona na wo sesei ye dibi aba eye kumase atonsu market wona no me pacha na so be frɛ number yi ye be cho na so wonso no etimi awura ho no ajo de 0244 871 862 bia o ma me bia na papa bi wo fa bi na no honam ye ne ya not to be edi amano afei finally Alicia Deco makacho se bronya radio watchroom hono ma honye kama so me honye ni to bi ewura na ono nso timi aboa ba so kama na ade ba kwa owura watchroom a ya na hardware pa sometimes obi didi on fancheme obekwa na dobisi so ayi bibie ho basa akra na sebe wonum kura ya ato so na eno na Alicia Deco se menka ncho se bronya odobisi no sesa no ha ode bra na de kan yatebo no so de to so mienu to ya na yasan achawade enti bronya achede promo no agusu ankoso awo Alicia Deco Branabeto AWC, your 550 or 650 or 750 and 850. And we be able to be ano, Utobia Yane do Achade, and so at the Asson some kama. A bonus for Kotobi. Now, on Subunya washroom hono, Bibia and Yakama and Fa Emma Yo Kumase, a doom a bench one opposite a star oil. And now they're saying I was 0558 063 836. Na mone Alicia da company phone so no eni enkomo finally memo adwuma de hu hia pa na multimedia yepe aye sales na yenemo aye adwuma nipa mpesam ye sales yepe safo no na yenemo aye adwuma in fact aye multimedia edna yepe na in fact we are searching for fearless and self-driven air sales air personnel na yepe mo na yenemo aye adwuma in fact obia adwuma ne da wakoma so nso obi ho a bia o te se yepe sales na eja ono so abaso opesu ye bi so ho we ne nya saa ne ye ka no ye po obi a adwuma no so ho as a da wakoma so ye sales no peso ye momo saa no edna ye pam na ye ne mo aye adwuma nti wo ye interest no ni je ho so peso ne multimedia aye adwuma as a sales person on so betimi aba na odi aye receive no adi aba so ho insurance from yam front desk aye obetimi di aba sisi ana afre aye 03220 83570 03220 83570 when you ho say opese woni multimedia in fact insurance from and Love FM aye adwuma as sales person obetimi edo CV ana number no na ofena empedinfo so no eno etimi aye adwuma kama pa. All right, and we are about 10 for the 6 insurance 4.5. Yen start and discuss na Friday en fanto from Boko na in komono emfa emamo ene yen round table na me pese ye share Liverpool adne Mo Salah buha no abrante mo be kan nan say Liverpool games no ba be 3 some me kind year ni nyina no Liverpool ade on lineup ebeba no benchu omo bo ni nyina no Mo Salah enka ho ena abrante ne ko kan say no atena se hu se eniema na ekona se obu otimu aso on hyeden fili no ito ombe so ya na omuyi ne free eyetinum akofa nsempi ade abane mpese ho sai issue no kakra bia ye ada issue so mpese ye dia no etum na edin komo no etimi ade mamo fifi manfred ha sanse na basement ko tuba mpa ya la omuna no atena sempenifo good morning na bibia boko de
me hoye pa me so so hoye
na me gusu shira ya good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Now what is saying?
Oh, no, madam, yeah. Maybe I fine.
You don't know me, I say. Mamma says, from few. Mo Salah and Liverpool sense me. And say by and share that in community and then proceed in community pa. To me, dear, me minimum Salah ya drink. Minimum ayala. A brand in some of kind so point there, but baby, you could in a car, some no. Or a professional enough and name is good now. Or coming a baby on Sujana Nafi in common far in few.
They are the way I know normal economy. Now you anticipate BBC.
Okay.
But these are my thoughts. First of all, sir, we a coach of any big club. Na say opese o touch the superstar in the team. Then you must be ready, say, the moment you do that, you get results. Because you don't just touch poster boys, you touch them and you must prove why you touch them, and the ultimate proof is a resource. Nancy Zabi Alonso now ordinance Kaka Vinicius Jr. If results were going well, nobody will mind Vinicius ne tantrums over through, because the team is bigger than any individual.
As a result, no matter the fans will come at you.
Me, with my experience in life, me Gitum say Mo Salah was able to make those comments because after touching him, results in him back. And Onyaku could only put to go and say it. Because and Kasadia, oh yes, the moment you do that, then you are trying to say if even results are good, Now we need the Saka results like good. Will you want to create the impression say you are even bigger than the club? And see, no me ko yem pona say wo mbobia. I just say things are not done right. No, nobody will do that. And most of Onyankoko to go and say what he said after the Leeds game. It was after a 3-3 game. Liverpool went to me and say, and you see, I didn't know Liverpool has started winning. And then the man in Yakoko go cast awesome. Now you see the issue of in some now or kind, time now or kind some was it right or wrong? Me say a subjective though, but a case of psychological term, a case of say what trigger obi stimulus. For instance, Rich, yet you was here under no circumstances now be the matter.
Because BBNC.
But me real studio and me power in this one. You react in an aggressive way because why should I be able to do that? And see, me from my background, before me baby Bibiano, you must know say a stimulus and a reaction. Bibi trigger. As someone Mohamed Salah go kan me sure say he wanted and conform wa bonting to be more involved in the topic of say a bench no, so that the baby amra coach or the mates na bench, you are not saying enough. Results in and yes or the mates na bench no make you or the mates na bench results no ma. And me say I'm not the problem, but so be anka me take the opportunity to say it so that it becomes a conversation at the club. That is what he has triggered. And you can be on the side of diplomacy, professionalism, and can only team no only teammates. On your more respectable to the dressing room, legitimate concerns. But sometimes to you instigate reaction with these things. Now, Rich, okay, then according to James Pierce, almost say Richard Hughes, our the sporting director of Liverpool, was very, very influential in telling Anna Slot say game near Kwakobo in Tania Fasalanko after making those comments.
Wow.
So
then your coach in a decision.
Yeah, coach in a decision.
Okay.
Say a coach in a technical, but what James Pierce,
yes,
what the James Pierce can say, they were more integral.
Okay.
And even Anna Slot Becca say yes. Those discussions of course they be in making a squad any kind of man, the bar stop with him. But and just said they also don't influence those kind of conversations, you know. And it came back to say, look, after what Salah did, the club has also shown him. Say Obi yesi abuano say onya no one kawa onyo in a century. And he said if Salah was trying to instigate a reaction, expecting Liverpool so be weaker. Rich, I think they've shown him they are not weak. How many weak people? And so okay, now they will succumb to you. And an open when I was about entering the studio, let me read James Pierce article be our athletic. And I think that Gabby said it. Said, and I slot to say, since Mohamed Salah come make his comment now. The representatives, any Liverpool representatives have had conversations. Onu and a slot, any Mohamed Salah personally have had conversations. Now, and our case be, they are going to have another conversation. And some conversation and a bit whether Salah will be part of the team against Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, Rich, you see,
in conclusion, yeah,
me follow Obia Kasa, especially Anna Charlotte. Oko Italy no. Oko hem koma odi fa Salah ho. Ewo ne conversations, me kind of pre-match and in the post-match press conferences in the Champions League. He is expecting Salah to apologize. But he's not saying it directly. Now Salah also say, in Dana no interview, they say, oh, Pisa, you will get the opportunity to say goodbye to Liverpool fans, you know, in front of them, our Anfield, in a game against Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, what it means is that, so, and as not ending, Salah will want to appear on the pitch on match day and say goodbye by Sobeko Park. So, no one says, so, me ko Afcon about. Sadia na Salah can say, who here no party are, and in the conversation I know today, no. Brafum. Nadia also ye biano. Momajuru munyedu. Naye. Na me ma opportunity to say your goodbye before you go to the Afcon.
Okay.
And me the excesses of the Aranchera aka, the Jimmy Carragher aka, and only obi adwinchire me so metima kire ma adwin bi. But me heard the real conversations in the corner. Salah wanted to instigate a conversation. Liverpool has shown strong hands in dealing with it. And me did say Salah was able to instigate because now results in back. And the conversation today will determine it. But say come be Salah na me tunu for. Come catch me say, Odo won sakoka wo mo no. They've shown you they are not weak people. And he said, if you really meant to say open opportunity at Anfield, I say goodbye and say no Afcon now. Between our last game and it's over Afcon about a lot of things and change. Over but no master, but answer now because to get some opportunity, no, and to put the case to bed. No when you want some Jacko Afcon, no, Opa Okumu and Aslota admits
and apologize.
Say man, let's all try and make peace and move on. In the best interest of the club.
Sure. All right. Right now, Mohamed Salah Liverpool sense me.
In 2021-2022 season, Mohamed Salah had even been seen our English Premier League game. I think as I said, the quality of player and the level of Mohamed Salah drew in terms of a football comma. It's not even about the number of goals he scored season in, season out. There be just 2 records that Mohamed Salah has done. Rich, Premier League na ya bar. Nobody had won the PFA Player of the Year in that same season. We winning Playmaker of the Year. Masanso the Golden Boot of the Year. Nobody had done it before.
I said Mohamed Salah.
And we had top players in the league.
Yeah.
Thierry Henry,
top
Alan Shearer, Didier Drogba. Even in Liverpool, Kenny Dalglish and the likes.
Sir Gerard Munabo.
That's the people don't know Shearer a regular goal scorer, but those that used to score goals. Okay. The Suarez, Agueros, like these names. And Rich, last season, he bettered that record. Some record, and I may say, Obiang Premier League game. Last season, Mohamed Salah brought a better version of that record. In last season contest, no, Mohamed Salah edge league. So there has been nobody that has won the Golden Boot, won the PFA Player of the Year, won the Playmaker of the Year, and also won the league in the same season. It had not happened before. Last season, Mohamed Salah was the first ever player to do that. So I can understand when the argument is that baby Mohamed Salah no, it is beyond the regular player. He is outrightly a legend, not just at Liverpool, but in the context of the English Premier League. You cannot write the history of the English Premier League, the modern day one. In fact, in terms of Liverpool's modern day history, nobody has been more influential than Mohamed Salah and Jurgen Klopp. Are those 2 streams that have pushed Liverpool to the limits and places that they've been able to get to? Nobody. Enye Mohamed Salah, enye Steven Gerrard, enye Kenny Dalglish, enye Ian Wright, enye referee saying Paisley. It's none of them. It has been Mohamed Salah and of course Jurgen Klopp. Marich, you see, Liverpool for this summer had players worth almost 460 million. Yeah. When they bought those players, and yes, Salah at all, it was the sporting directors, more crunching numbers, and the analysts, more mutual checks, the account people that sat down and said that these people are value for money. When they brought these players in, last season they won the league. Why do we think say Liverpool want to buy these players? Liverpool bought Ekitike and Ishak, not because Ekitike and Ishak and Hoyomofe. Yes, and they did because Mohamed Salah now know your source of goals 30, 40, any idea I don't know. He is entering 30 and reach a normal. When a player enters the age of 30 and upwards, there is this blip that happens. So they expected that there is going to be a blip for Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is the highest source of goals for Liverpool for 5 seasons or more. And I don't think they expected a blip. That's why they bought these players. They bought Ekitike. They bought Alexander Ishak. They bought 2 players who constantly will give you goals. And to even to the extent that today Liverpool's best player on the field of play, Hugo Ekitike. So they bought to augment that. And Pampa, when we started the season, at your to club, Diogo Jota has passed. The psychological effect of that on the club, on Liverpool, people don't mention it. It affected the club. In fact, and yes, I'm going the modern Marco form. It's the whole team. Barring Ekitike, maybe goalkeeper Alisson Becker, and maybe Gravenberch or Szoboszlai. Yeah. But almost everybody is suffering. In fact, record signing in Florian Wirtz is suffering. Alexander Ishak is suffering. Alex McAllister is suffering. Which clearly you can tell say Salah they perform. But the team, which is Liverpool club, and a slot is suffering to put players no for 460,000 by put them together to get results. Because last season, the difference that last season, they didn't have Ekitike, they didn't have Ishak.
So Kofi, are you saying it's a problem, no? Oh, the only saying Mo Salah, but the players no Tom don't augment his squad.
Yes, it's Liverpool. It's a Liverpool.
Yes,
it's a Liverpool problem.
Okay.
I think one psychological from the passing of Diogo. 2 players from Kotoban. Anna Slot has not found a solution. And you see the problem. The main problem is from Anna Slot. Rich, so who are we here, the host of this show? Osi Kofi. First, maybe I only Ireland now be a Babajina tactical board this year. But I think that we are not getting your goal here and hitting your target. So I want us to debate and sit down and sit on a round table. You are the one who saw the problem and you manage us. So then you bring up a solution. Yeah. His solution was that Salah should sit on the bench for 3 games. I do not see a problem with that. And until I bench for 10 games, until I bench for, in fact, there have been games where free bench but it is consecutively not bench for 3 games. So Salah was on the bench for 3 games. When you sat on the bench for 3 games, in a game against PSV, he covered more grounds than a lot of people. Against Leeds United, when you more, the team drawn the game. So it is not as if Salah film and the results have come. But this is a coach trying to find solution, especially at a time where Mohamed Salah echo AFCON. So it was a big opportunity for the coach. Mami find a solution. Let me see if we can use these new players now, to give us a base. See, later on in the season, maybe when you pick form or when we change style of play, at least we have 2 distinct styles of playing to get results. I think that Mohamed Salah did not uphold himself in the way teams should uphold themselves. Yeah, Rich.
Now do you see
football in its states? It's not like the way Americans do their sports. Majority of American sports are individual sports, but football is entirely team. It is the reason why no matter who you are, the likes of Luis Enrique will make sure that you play to the team. Maybe it won't come out. Maybe it will not be the Mohamed Salah situation, but immediately Mohamed Salah went above and beyond to stand by the press and tell them and use words like "Ono energy league no more, no cry. Ono no cry." But at that point in time, you are beginning to belittle teammates now.
Sure.
Is Mohamed Salah alone going to win the league again for Liverpool? It's going to be difficult. You will need a support.
Even seasons no cry. Oh yeah, the so
people supported you. For me, the whole
most of the goals no be creative man.
Yes, but Rich, many Anna slots in Yagi Medicino. This is a time where social leadership, and it starts from Virgil van Dijk. I don't think Virgil van Dijk beats me a year. I think say Alice in a year. Somebody should speak to Mo. Somebody who is a friend. And Alisson has been with Mo from Roma and San Mobile Liverpool. He should speak to Mo. They should go to the manager. Mo can ask them enter the manager. No? If they think that they can't go on with it, they should separate January back. If they can, they should go on and get results.
But also, we share most of our advice now. Obeka say on stay Liverpool and on move on.
Only 2 years now, Zanwako.
Only.
Yeah. The financial commitments, no financial. Is
the environment and toxic.
Oh, we can always solve it if it becomes concurrent, if it becomes consistent and a very toxic. I don't think that now it's toxic. I mean, there be apart from that, I see the need to check my crack. So I couldn't hear. But
the inquiry into the answer of your problem.
Manchester, what do you need if you to be a free car?
See, man, I'll say Mo Salah is not a timid person. He spoke his mind as a human being. Okay, you bring a chance. Also, on the Liverpool need Kessiapa. I say, Ansel should leave Mohamed Salah alone. He's not a good coach. Rachas. When the Casa say, poster boy, they don't
catch him, you get results.
Especially, baby, I'm not when the result is not coming. People will ask questions.
Of course, what touching a play you must get results.
He's a poster boy.
Oh, why is that?
If you buy on Traben, what the next Traben is what? Decision now taking an acquaintance of Sebi. Nyansabia and so in him. All right. Young close to that chapter now. Young told to me, so 4.5. Now, coffee, this time about her, now me view Ayala. In fact, then saying many series of course, if you are messages near day. Almost me Musa when I wear Chelsea ni. So question we intend me Musa who specifically. Chelsea, what is the problem? It seems some have big teams are. Putting neat no more show. We don't to proper position. And a typical example is now we are money Barcelona. Move from Kofon come on 3. Arsenal ya. Yes, so behind me show me. What the 10 against 11 and you draw the team. From question list no many teams in Kitwana. What is the problem, Chelsea? No problem, Nadia. Big game, na money boana, dear.
No, near Chelsea go through no normal with young teams. Now, for people to understand, say Asema make and say, and now will be some that make our Asema. Minoka say ya obi a retweeting me tweet be a mature about this Chelsea issue, say, which was on the 23rd of November 2025.
Okay.
Last month. That was the time when Chelsea Asia. And this was my tweet. So if you permit me, I'll read. What I wrote was that no matter what happens at the end of the day, water down your expectations if you're a Chelsea fan. The team has been here before and almost at the same time last year, but it's still a young team and they will likely drop off. The goal remains top 4. Don't put pressure on yourself and lose sleep when the team loses 1 or 2 and draws a couple more. And others, cheers. Now, Rich, I said this at the time where Chelsea were doing well. And immediately Chelsea decided to go on this tangent of Donkor with a youthful coach to manage them. The biggest issue was this.
It's not when you're consistent.
When you're consistent. You can't be consistent. I won't be surprised that Chelsea will beat Everton tomorrow. Easy. So, Obeshe Everton. Or share Everton we are. Last year by this time. Or go through good result. You see that somewhere in the middle of January, now says Simiti has 2, 3, 4 games. That is what you get from young players. And I am very certain that the Chelsea recruitment team knew this. And until usually you hear in the media from the UK say, oh, in Kofoka, Enzo Maresca, then Chelsea will quickly send Fabrizio Romano or David Austin to come in and say that, oh, Chelsea are backing Enzo Maresca full time. Because Enzo Maresca might have told them, say, projects na ye namsu na ye kono, a young cra, and they will need to grow. See, so Atalanta match Libya in the first half. it was a physical duel. Second half, Chelsea dropped off. You see, Enzo Maresca was playing some match, with everything in mind. Anything that Chelsea loses that match. In this also, you're starting with Reece James, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, what's his name? Chalobah, centre backs. You're free half time by Pelo Chalobah free. When was the last time to say Chalobah? Chalobah doesn't get hurt like Fofana. But the thought is that AB and you load never does. It's Premier League,
that game no on yellow card.
You the yellow card, but after a game, so you need free because of Everton and also to protect him from the yellow card. But there are a lot of games that Chalobah do yellow card by about 90 minutes. You see, no, and you coach us. You see, because coach Rubina Morimo. I thought maybe I don't understand why if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones.
You are
the one who did it.
Who can it?
No, me say.
Yempuli we nimra na. Yemfa table nimra.
I say that when him.
They who can see some my pemu be 10 points.
No, you're showing 10 points.
They level points in level.
But you that when him.
Kofi.
No, you that when him and But what I'm saying is that so coach Rubina Morima, you don't say coach Binyade. Until you sack Rubina Morim, then you can come out that conversation.
No, me only say until and now I will catch him say oh, you need him because of Everton game. Me now it was a yellow card.
No, he mentioned that he took him out because of the Everton game. I'll pull it out for you. Okay. But you see, again, Chelsea are 119 changes to almost starting 11. It is the most of any team in Europe in 20 games. Obienu in Europe why is that changes DB? Why? I read from the Athletic again that the Adriana Maresca here with players not Sano. And yet out of Onone whims and caprices. Apparently, the Chelsea recruitment and board told him the players in Bebreberi and Trauma on. We want you to be able to change because of load management. And you see, you know what? Into the one player check for a very long time. So whilst Maresca was standing on the touchline in Bergamo, he was thinking of Everton. Apart from Chalobah, second half of the West Fofana by me, or the West Fofana by. Can you imagine? Now Reece James and an number 6. Enzo Fernandez, I'm ended. Enzo Fernandez and about 10. Oh, Enzo Fernandez free. Why? When was the last time you saw Enzo Fernandez being rested? Oh, Enzo Fernandez free. And what the Malo Gusto Babeshemu. He did not play with another number 6. There were midfielders on the field. There was Abetefan Andre Santos. He decided not to play Andre because he knows that Caicedo will not play against Everton. So he has to go and play Andre Santos against Everton over the weekend. What am I trying to say? What I'm saying is that until they find a team 22-23, let's play together and understand each other, these silly small issues will pop up. And I don't see it so much as a way forward and as a way forward. On that, they are furious with Enzo Maresca. But Chelsea will go through it. And if they go through it, Enzo Maresca has to learn. I've said several times, say, near maybe saying as a Maresca and showing it is going to become his undoing. Our Chelsea Football Club. At the end of the day, what is most important is that if Chelsea don't win against Everton, then everything becomes nonsense. So substitution is not here. He has to be able to beat Everton. Again, it's a long season. So when they get there, we'll see Senya.
Todd Bolimo, how many years?
Three and third year. Okay, so I want to ask they seems to have a plan. Yeah, to young players. We all admit the young team and they say omu intimate and you're consistent, you know. A idea about with the characteristics of the team being young. In the person Busa Fifi any Chelsea for say at what time and omo be guys have conversation with and say now we've title contender.
Yes, now we've grown. We've our level of consistency be about a team nim. From next transfer window, Chelsea are not going to buy a lot of players and change these players. They'll be there. They'll add 1-2. Example, what Arsenal has done. See, Arsenal have had a certain level of consistency. Be team. It is only Partey who went here. The Zubimendi aba. We are okay. Jorginho Koye. Yeah, the Nogadaba. Martinelli is already there. Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka is already there. Kai Havertz has been there for how many years in here? You get my point.
Yeah.
At what level are they expecting that?
I think Chelsea should be there in the next 2 transfer windows.
So we are talking about 5 years.
No.
So 2 transfer windows.
Ball mobile. So on my team 3 years.
Yeah, but so 1 more. 2 transfer windows. 2 transfer windows here. January and the next summer.
All right.
Yeah, I think after next summer because 4 years is what team competing.
Okay.
After 4 years, you should be able to compete because even Arsenal by the 4th year, you can see they are competing. Because
and the 4th year, they are more. Say me meow money.
I said no. We see Adiabako. No craning. Adiabako to had it wrong at the beginning. Was the first coach appointment. Graham Potter was a wrong appointment.
Okay, I feel money are doing.
Oh, now say obey Jumani and using the results like I said. The Graham Potter was appointment was a wrong appointment.
That time.
But
no Brighton and no bit my age.
It's only 2 seasons here, then we'll see.
Okay. Yemfree Chelsea na also as a Barca fan, me say a question. I mean, it's all comedian so former players of Barcelona. It seems so much too. If you feel so, this Barca team is good enough. Say bet me at the Champions League. It means so. Barca team are relatively as a young players, especially already Barcelona back for now. So teams winning fanji a Champions League. Now, who as a Barcelona fan, what it is answer maybe especially with those that things there, this Barca team is good enough to win the Champions League, you know. Who as a sports analyst also Tinechi now have Barca team now. If you say fixable, I mean this team can win the Champions League.
Major Vivi.
Okay.
Because Major Vivi, what I mean is there is the potential no honum. Nothing really has changed. But Adiaki Tuamina Asano, and so very, very important. And they must fix it. Look, Inigo Martinez on and what he was giving the Barcelona team. May I also free team now for I realize okay, it was very, very significant. Diana Inigo Martinez, team. Inigo Martinez, rich or a senior man. Or that's all no. And he was not only playing well, he was not only giving the team no balance as a left-footed centre back. He was giving the team leadership from so. Rich, even till today, I still watch Kubasi and I see him as a young defender. Yes. You're on Krabi or Rich. They play 1-2 seasons. All of a sudden they become matured. Kubasi is still not matured. There is no way about Kubasi 70 minutes, 80 minutes, 90 minutes on your 2 mistakes over here. There are some time if you've watched Piqué mo at their peak, Puyol mo at their peak, Oshel Rio Ferdinand mo at their peak, Vidic mo, I'm talking about top class defenders at their peak. Abutine bi omu benya. And the way they handle some situations, they who Kubasi and so the tea kweshem or the body ni kopem. Even against players are physically omu head in channel. To those who are kopem no afi wa tough. Na the ball na corner afi on na or ya. The point I am trying to make in this say team bia Kubasi Ebeyano most prominent player at the heart of our defense. To dream of winning the Champions League, then you have a problem. It can happen, but a wild dream. And Diana, what did the best out of Akane Bannon was the leadership and the inspiration. Not war in Inigo Martinez. He is gone. Now, Mubasa, 4 and 5. Esel Krakeke, Kubasi, and on the wine and more 4 and 5 now. Also on the Gerard Martin.
Gerard Mardini.
Na Gerard Martin and Gasakrano, left back now, Obono Crano. I guess on who does he assume confidence to you? If even he plays A-class game of one book game, and then you Gerard was bobo pan, the camera and the throne, so look at his facial expression. He has never been sure about himself. Even when he is playing very, very well, Crano. Also say, GDA said that Nini or you say undo ye. Baby, I may want to say, Daibina Mason. Me also game one who titino. Pinching himself to say, me pana, me many opportunity I'm able give me. The point I am making is Barcelona team no. A few work when Nimo goalkeeper super. 2 and 3 million problem biao. Marriage to win top level competitions, you need a lot of reliance on our defense now, and that's our big problem. Obio Bisame Mama Kaseo, the rumors about Sebasanko Dortmund, no monko talk about measure game, measure team, and probably that will solve the problem. It may solve to some extent. He is a good passer of the ball, or you're tall enough to deal with situations. You're highliner, you're born, or the pace to cover. See, also Drew Mikabanechia. He is a German who will not bred to understand flick. And in the room, but Mobono. Sesikani ho. Numbers are we will delve deep into a DNA of always giving opportunity to a Lamasia boy. Young Kofobi free Dortmund and Mama name to Lamasia boy na yet in that role. Rich, me who say a stubbornness no. And then Mabasa and win the Champions League. Only if Barca will go out of their way and bring in a replacement for Inigo Martinez. So with me, yes, sir. Then Pakwaniban or yes solid. Now obetimi my leadership with Kubasia. Then Barca will have a very, very good chance, say. Or make me replicate last season form and even go further. But this is here me we so what you ever say Obiam Bakabasa team no.
Idea.
This team idea.
Nothing.
It will be very, very difficult.
Because we mean so quick reaction we now for Murphy na.
Whether Barca can win the league.
Yeah, I know the Champions League.
The champion, yes.
This team.
Yeah, I think Barca are one of the favorites to win the league. I think Ayala is being modest because of Barca, and he doesn't want to sound like he's going like the Barca 7 nearby one thing. Barca can win the league. Barca are one of the best teams to win the league. Adia Bakwa Barca this season, April.
Okay.
And you see, the are two round around. A deeper. Last time Ayala explained the psychology around those things. To the extent that 3 days ago, so Israel for religious and spiritual cleansing. Boys need to be serious, but I mean,
boys need to be crying.
We'll be finding a solution.
Boys need to be crying.
I want social media. Forget about social media. Social media, when you are seeing, be any brain or
Becca, some of us
are now someone among who to social media say, and your solution, man.
Psyche issues,
because a couple of seasons
you're born over, I didn't know.
Of course, he knows that
it's the moment I dream the baby, you know. You can play no matter you are. You can't. It's all problem with you can't.
2 or 3 seasons. Yeah, 2 or 3 seasons or so ago. Arao was Barcelona's best centre back. They kept good clean sheets with team. When the team was struggling, that team needed any centre backs. Baby. So, me person make Kenyan say those are the things that Barca are struggling with.
Okay.
But you see, Adia Bakwa, me believe strongly with Barca's chance of winning the Champions League is the experience they garnered last season, and then the man in the dugout. So what chance if Flaker almost every time he finds solutions to things.
Okay.
Even this Gerard Martin and all the issues with Gerard, there was supposed to be a solution. Eric Garcia about open. Eric Garcia about bon fin on him. Osha no. My natural left foot and my measure on him. At least he's giving them something. And then number 10, the last time we saw Lamine Yamal come to play the solutions. And I think that they just have to go through. You see, any time. Who is the Champions League table? No? So who qualify top 8? Now say when between first, second, third, fourth, and can't qualify top 8 going to because 7th, 8th, there's a likelihood that in the quarter final you meet first or second. Who says away at home? No? It would go fast, Yonum Krana of Kunya Tail for because Yeshia, Liverpool, ni Atlanta, Buma,
Evenso na yɛntoa dwumadie no so nhyɛma so 4.5 messages a mode aba no menyi bi mfiri hɔ na yɛntoa so ɛmfa ɛma mo Andy Otu ɔse sometimes the way Fifi defend and praises Maresca is very irritating. Maresca is not a Chelsea level coach. Stop that blah 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 hype. Okay.
Chelsea knows is a normal Chelsea level.
Chelsea
knows is a normal Chelsea level.
Timo has been over 1 billion. They say normal.
They will make us a Chelsea now. No, Maresca Bebe fine was a normal Chelsea level. Yeah, Chelsea already 11th, 17th.
But Chelsea ni nega so.
Let me be sawa.
As a who attacking me.
No, me be sawa.
Chelsea will pay defense to do.
No, don't do that. If you do that, you make what he say become relevant. Some more of course. On the next question, it me come in the house. I'm defending. So you don't have to do that.
Defense.
Exactly. Na me be sana. So you don't have to say me pay defense. Or no candidate.
Okay, the question then I
say. Maresca Babefa. Oh, na so untimi yano. But you are a neutral person and maybe say for the purpose of the show.
Okay.
Maresca Babefa Chelsea team. Was it Chelsea level?
No.
Chelsea I no. So how are you going to get a Chelsea level coach?
See man, I say Richardo, it has taken Manchester United 10 years to rebuild and still rebuilding. Please leave our Chelsea alone. You sa agwana send you messages and say message the mama. Mate. When I'm trying another bia ebewini na ebreno kwa na ekono. Through the trend na yemfa message ninka to us say Rich, if Ayala is asking this question, it took Mikel Arteta at Arsenal 6 years to be competitive. It took Jurgen Klopp 5 years to win the league and have a stable team. Okay. Ono so na small day abanti. Oyo so obusa sa question ne dia.
Okay.
Arteta na mo bona ba so no. It took 5-6 years. And then odi abenya sa team na. Odi conquer wiase na.
It took Pep how many years to win the league or UK?
Obaya pa no
it took Xavi how many years to win the league or La Liga? It took Hansi Flick how many years? He shouldn't be selective about examples.
Okay.
I asked a genuine question.
Okay.
Chelsea's narrative has always been, and I heard even Joko say it. Say, it has run through their commentary.
Okay.
Oh, Timni are young. We will find consistency. Timni are young. And I asked a genuine question. Arsenal were saying those same things but 2-3 seasons ago. Now they don't say that anymore. They said they are contenders.
Okay.
It was genuine to ask, you can't have the same conversation for about 3-4 years and say, oh, you are still young, you are still young. For 4 years, you are still young. At a point, you have to drop that conversation and level it.
And big boys.
Yeah, we expect some command. It's very, very.
Once I go for so here, team is I feel say referees now. Sometimes some decisions say MYA. Kebaji league no.
Team.
Na me team I'm supporting.
Manchester.
Say I feel this is one here. Say nye referees in high kakaka.
Cambodia.
Born here born. Kebaji league no.
No, but say
Kebaji league.
Unim data. Now we don't even discuss my Oh, plan now. Ultimate follow the discussion. Man, you plan. It's difficult to discuss my like.
And on purpose, because at room.
It's so difficult to discuss Manchester United because a scattered team.
Because team name too predictable. Only Manchester bar. We your coach already game can out. Yes, simple. We had to go with me, bro.
Now team papa the oye de bre.
I'm so and Minister of the Mass Sports and Recreation. Here Kofi Adams echo at Parliament. Na dwumadi okodi no Parliament no mpesa me medi nanim kan na kasa dia ma no. Ono an kasa call Parliament no die ntie de no copy Parliament no. Yentie a minister na fe ba ma chechem na bega from rem na ini komo no emfa ma mi 4.5 Honorable Kofi Adams enra awo a Parliament yentie no.
The years this house have had challenges to deal with many issues that affects funding in our sports generally. We have had instances where the ministry I superintend over has been described as a football ministry because funding is mostly secured to support just football. When indeed, when we talk about sports, it goes beyond football. There have been many attempts to put together a funding system that will enable the ministry execute its program by bringing on board many more sporting disciplines and supporting them. Cabinet, in its wisdom, gave approval for this bill to be submitted to Parliament for Parliament to consider it, so that for the first time the country will have a sports development fund, a fund that will draw from many sources as indicated in the bill that has been laid before this House, that when approved, we will not have the challenges of funding our sports, and sports will grow to bring about development and support other progressive activities that we do in this country. Mr. Speaker, with these short words, I believe that this will suffice the request of the Deputy Minority Whip and the rules of the House. Thank you.
Okay, and I know I am Minister the Mass Sports and Recreation here, Kofi Adams and Ra, a brown call Parliament, and now this uncle and so I got two areas in the and so I name some. Jeff would do Tim almost say, sound minimum say, be as say, what to me, I restore on the back of the Anna, young fan to Medina, so am I for me yet here for now? May one minister as some no etofa at the Amamwa minister say, or no, as I know down on a yes, person, no. I mean, before no background, no problem pa Ghana Nibia and nim, I mean, say me, nim, and it's a dear Bakupa, a sports, no, a founding. Sir, ye Yesika dear Wuram, na ye push ya dear Nama, baby a person ko Adian Kokuduno, and also a Bakakudu. And to us over here, as I don't ca a sports. Now, sir, Adiana Cocker football because he can't say any. Did there be answers? He cannot football, qua. Nazunka sports no ana ade na go beyond football nkwa so ba se kasamti there be answer football no nkwa na oman no yani edi eye akire eno ntino se say one eye naban through the cabinet no omo atenase a amu feel say some de hihye bi bad na inina na ye pe kwan a ye be faso a ye betimi ade put it together a funding system na ye de aboama ya gudie hu nsam no so no etimi enso akọ ayenkan enu ti no say it has been approved by the cabinet approve say on fasa abeli emra aye parliament amo atuni din sports development aye fund na amaboa say na bia ye betimi anya sika na de awura ya gudie nim na da bia no enko say sika semunti as ya restrict ade na to football nko a ene eja other disciplines no enti obompaye say parliament so ebetena so no mo abobo ho na beli yetimi dia baba yemra na yenina no ye de aboama yen football no sorry yen sports no and so etimi akọ aye enkan. I think this is a good news. I'm so there waka say ade ba ko a how men aye founding as a bibia na yen sports na akọ football because ikasam no aye problem yem pe kwan a ye be fa so a ye betimi tietie ska na de wura aye dwumade nim ti minister am say we there watwa fufu watwa nam de ato evu no so na the normal games na na
no
no
this is different,
very different now.
Enu anwumre menam ex no so na me hu say Honorable Kofi Adams aposti a video of himself or presenting a bill in parliament na odi anigye a caption say ene which is enra no he was able to lay the bill to parliament say sports fund ayaka no parliament enshim na omunye 1 or 2 changes send ye be suit ade no na finally omo ewie process na omo de fam na ombetimi a pass. Rich, something kicked me inside. Bibi,
I too.
I hate Umimu. I was very, very happy because Seminsrona menka. Rich, I have been a one-man campaigner for this sports bill for close to be 89 years. Asami ameke. Obia oni ma ye dwuma bia will attest to the facts from time immemorial. And I am very, very happy. Na baby in komona kwa kodru no. Ene I want to remind Obia why I am for this and I have campaigned for it all my sports journalism life. Rich. Ahayati office ahaka studio ya program kitwe. Uko school no, you may have your background of study. Mimiko school no. I majored in psychology. Did pharmacy. But Rich, today, what put food on the table for me and saying among any other thing sports journalism. Sports is feeding us. Obi awotie mi bia. Your favorite sports shows are UTT, TV, radio. All those sports presenters, analysts, hosts, commentators, obia wono background of study. Metimi aka say, Rich, 99.9% of them are related to any sports studies. But today, sports puts food on their table because they are practicing sports journalism. Now, Rich, over the years, the reason why I have always reiterated, say, Yama sports win say the other sports, other sectors of the economy, and they say it is so easy to link any other industry to human development. But one sports industry, we don't do that argument well. I remember a few examples. Everybody will say, agriculture. Say, even when scandals, cocoa spraying scandal, fertilizer scandal, way scandal, cocoa was scandal, nobody. Say, oh, because of catastrophe prayer, I say, baby Bonnie be a can want some agriculture muntino. If you know, I'm buy me invest in agriculture with that. Nobody never casasam no, because in the wisdom of Obiano, Rich, you just invest in agriculture, you be doing. What will we eat? You better know. And you agriculture, how will we be able to survive as human beings? See a giant investing in agriculture. So you see, the first thing I'm going to be idea where we here, and when you are able to link it to human development. Now I say idea we giant nipa bebre. The same thing for education. Hey, you bet yes you Macmillan scandal, GS scandal, way scandal. Rich, nobody in his right senses will say we shouldn't invest in education. Rich, now invest in education. Your man, your woman, your young son, I for the cocophone there. How will we be able to educate the nation? And if free education, we will be in financial crisis. People will say, let's implement it. Let's put more money into education. Health. Look at the scandals here to health. Look at the news items, a free health system. But who in his right senses will say, oh, Enunti, I'm here investing in health. Investing in health. How will you be able to live? Oh, yeah, they are going. Dr. Behona Beko for a draw. And it is easy for all the other sectors, to link it to human development and say, because at the end of the year, I want to so a new passo, any development in tea, yet to mean jai investing in it. But rich, was sports industry, we've not been loud with how we must link sports to human development and make it known to the people. Say the same argument you make for health, agriculture, and bibiano. Yes, you may make it the same thing for sports. Now let me lay it to Abiname for my last time beyond, I was watching Asamoah na obie paka oko esi ye wa kraka
academy
ano
that answer to be no
rich the celebration say old boy be of free school emu abesi park one person no I'm a school no any the way they were celebrating him. Only the first question I asked myself, I can't carry in your school too. There are a lot of people who have passed through the school. Probably ABNT, but Rich has said Obuko Academy na story no what on Kanamintie say there was once a science student at our academy.
I know we're a doctor.
We are rising to become a doctor. And then we see a whole science lab at the school. There are no stories like that. Meaning say, if you have a penny of a boy, Rich, I've not heard. Say, Obi ko school now a lawyer, and that's what we see on what we see library. I will say now this whole. What I am saying is, Rich, sports has feed people who under normal circumstances, Rich and and the impact of sports etinya pejomo any independence wanna say and so enya bia dino Rich, time will not permit me.
I can't say I can.
Then,
as a modern say, I can't say I can ask my
the number of people. What do you say? Rich, why would you me be wrong? Just find that one example in your community. Obia, two sports, one rise. Bon company kohenechi. Baby o free. Nekache me say, Sankanya sponsor. And Kasani Pakon Kobede to Hiase. Up to the bush in every say Yanase. Rich.
And when my dear back was our home. In most cases, sir, players number a Cassiano. Dudona over Conechipano.
What players? Any players in boxers, athletes, baby, you free. Sports are funny now. I don't know where money Paka is coming from. Pacman. Pacman, at a point in time,
Philippian.
Not on jots on the street. Jots. 5'5" necking size. On the street. Look at Sadio Mane today.
I know a future rich.
Only baby of free. I see our country has called generation foot. At a young and can't. Boot to Crown will be.
We boot on the air trials. Yeah.
Rich. This guy about Tottenham Hotspur, Richarlison. Richarlison at home ice cream.
South Americans no crowd.
Every them confode fine ice in it.
South Americans crowd
Rich and unim chain. If you are able to get the Ghanaians to tell you their stories, when they bring this guy about right back or Blastasi, Ali said, bring him to the studio and let him tell you his story. Bring every player, be one who Blasters and even Kotoko players, you can bring them and let them tell you their stories. Then you will know, say, I was just here in sports industry, we must tell people, say, look, sports, any human development, any the impactor, and the bring nipa elevation, you need more than what you have done.
I think Zenia
is a good news.
That is why it has to be aggressive. You see, whilst it's good news, and we come from a country, a third world country. I'm not too sure, but at least we're a developing country. Now, developing country near there are certain aspects that compete with sports. Bread and butter, it competes with sports a lot. And if we can bring more people that will do the Asamoah and Moye, that will do the Kwesi Appiah for us, that will do a lot of things. Rich, I mean, this story that people are talking about. When time I was in John school, not that time na Samuel Inkumu Afa, my physics teacher, chair my physics. Near friend of Pastor Josiah, or no Ena Kotoko Maxo Bakun Efanisem, Kelvin Ando. All of those boys that come from the Western region, they pass through them. I have seen baby Oti Nadibia Wawario and the boys need nothing in chain. Justice Blay. Okay. All of them. Justice Blay, Justice Blay was my junior in St. John's. So when we were in a physics class here, the very first time where players like Samuel Nkuma backlash will be big bundles of money for Josiah, Prof. Josiah. So sports really does influence. But see a bit to me at this level of a sports fan where it goes at, which the political would need to be very aggressive. It can't be another lip service being. It can't be the minister again telling us ABCD when they are not clear. We need to be honest. Which the dedicated sources of fund I am waiting keenly.
I say there were parliamentarians in Islam.
But in that bill, whoever brings that bill, and this time it's coming from the sports ministry, of course, with thumbs up from cabinet. It means that in that bill there is a dedicated sports source of funding. After the debate, smooth line is money. Rich, if we're able to find a dedicated source of funding, whether it's going to be from corporate Ghana, whether it's going to be from taxes, which the average Ghanaian doesn't want to be here, we need to eschew and go beyond politics. See, you develop sports. Rich, we need the money because the sports fund, sports bill, all of those things, it's about money. Sika, I bet media go for another Asamoah. If they are saying to Kumso, I bet me ako achimoda old town. Ediasa, ako for another boy every one morning board. Give him a place to sleep so that he can realize his dreams. So that almost any person will go back to Ediasa to go and help the people there and construct a 500-kilometer road to help us as a people. That is what we are looking for. So we need to be very aggressive because the stories are compelling. Rich, many will be a sports stories at Shewa. One year you know be close to tears. I'm saying that, Rich, beyond even the footballers, even for us who gets the privilege to talk about football, the kind of social capital we wield. If God blesses you and you're able to do that for years, you change your family and you change the people close to you. I'm telling you.
Many players, I mean to be money.
Yeah.
Bonus stories are.
Which Mr.
Baby, me say.
Yeah.
I sure some now or catch him on fair being homes. Rich.
We
trying to man today.
I is we trying to.
Look,
Rich, me say, but for
so sad.
Rich, but for I've worked in other industries.
To the extent or say sometimes, if you be bang, baby, are not, you know. Or na ma me abro bi to. And also ma me huni bia abranti. What's me yadodo. Nti enwumre bia ya abram no aduane a meja wo kakra no abedi. Ti di abro ne bedi no wo agya ne kakra.
Bibiri ho. A lot of these compelling stories. Rich, me see me every time you're king fights out. There are a lot of players that you come point because maybe you better creating.
Charlie.
Omuko fa boy be free. Volta region by. Rich. Me who be that? That boy, I'm saying that one day Obo game against Kotoko FA Cup. Everybody spoke of him every day. Fair boy.
Young.
Rich, he was good. he was good. Mekai that time. No, he agent pay 7,000 cedis from Alaji. Alaji felt like no, $7,000. That time no. But of course 7,000 yeska. Rich. Today he has had to go back with a teacher. No disrespect to teachers, but football probably could have taken him to levels that he could have built a new teaching complex or maybe a free banner. And that's the thing, for us to stop people succeeding in football only to fail into Ashenia. Ghana should be very successful in football. Bia ne Nyamiadom, ne lack. Nyamiadom good, but it's the same Nyamiadom na in Yansa to put measures in place. And we will get a whole conveyor belt of players ever. Oh, right to dream because of fund and the right usage of the fund, and then you place a free over. So it is important.
No, sir, and your football should be near Thomas Party. What else? I know 350,000. It's a million, right?
Yeah.
If you there, I mean, I brought you from a country.
Yeah.
UK. A week. 350,000 pounds a week. Oh, I do my banner. You can't get that money.
Also, we have a lot of story changing from a member football.
Yeah.
Now, Nyamia Yadom, Yamma football, no, and so see the same track. And we will get Esther Nyamiche Comfort Yabuamu, Doris Boaduamu to also come, Grace Asantuamu to also come and invest in Ghana. And to both, sa shop where why the almost way Grace Asantuadia or Kobo professional football Mexico no. Nisika kakra onya no dia be BSA restaurant way sa no mano. Rich, me say sports have the tendency say o yen ye na o de bata say enipa betimi anya mfaso afri mu a enu nti yenye ne ye ne yemfa sika nhye mu a na ebetima be change a enkofo lives are. That is where we get to. Now, the framework must be solid. Last time I catch you say, Rich, could you believe, say, Real Madrid to Endrich? Ononkwan. Endrich is giving the Brazilian Ghana the GRE Revenue Authority. Endrich calculation of taxes I remember into Brazil economy no 15 million euros. Nipa back one player one. And imagine say we have sports fund.
Yeah, 30 players.
You invest very, very well. Now am I the basis to do sports very, very well. Now Rich yet mimpo a ton player. Now after we are getting a returns of tax. Bare minimum $500,000 as taxes. The number of players we are able to ship out within one season. Rich,
I'll say this is the kind of documentary you sport journalists should always show. I say, Oko Abrocheni mini adias, and you know, documentary.
How did we know? Rich, again, I didn't know Park Makoton is great. I didn't know who the story of Sadio Mane. Yes, that is what I'm saying, you know. Okay. We are not loud enough. And any small amount of it, Sikaka Kremi or sponsor, we are agitated.
Extra balance, Pamcho, MTN, any firm's capital, Dama, no day, Abame, Patron register Bia. CCM, no Cassia, for phone in and register B. And they said, Canabia, oh, Yakwa, but ya kun, or credit asa, would be Bobbesia. Na, or call Bia, we be an Noasa dia trosso. Saber penna extra balance, no. And so, when we're running out of cash. Na, Ebia Sabre and Pempen Upesica at the Ayad, so register BCCA. Na, also, our Upesican Pempen now, or the IBB also no. Once at me, a registration send is no. O phone now. Na wadale a star 170 hash. Me pacho number 2C option 5. Another selected option 5, 3, and then 4. Now the activity extra balance no. Na and also etimi asoto kama pa bra. Unsu hiesika etimi ade aye wade. Me pacho adwumakuo bi awo Kumasi take ha. Ope a professional tailor. Unim aye mema niama pam. Na onemo aye adwuma opeso usua bi nso ano so no akwan da ho akwanya da mi so no bi kura bisa number
yes no bi bisa
say
in the comment section
open number
to wase na yema no
anti One will be say open number no. Me patch your number no 0549 528 402 0549 528 402. Omo tech police station one anti-free na ono mo in common infanto so tie from pamcha yentwa okitu bi na emeto aso dwumadi no emfa emama
for Modesha Nicholas Omania champion ni mu betimi afra me Zafanat Pania edino ehu me magana mai nyina afi nhyiapa se de mu aminim no afi bia Nhyira FM dwumadi om yese Nhyira bodo bre naso ne duru o se ya jeji nioma kakra sika entade emo anwa aduane bibia wo bia bomodian na sorry na ekai wunua sabi oni bia no unua ebia sabi onni maame ni papa wonni chese enidaso abono no na ye nyina nya ba ko na ono zo yema no nsere Christmas eni new year yimunti Nhyira bodo emere naso ba bia wo bia bomodian na fa wode ebra se de o ma wunua mobroni no esere ya no onyankopon tumi nso ebeka o medamase
it will be sir 0550 068822 0550 068822 edi ebeba no Clement eyisa apia
Brunye kame hu na yenhye mofrei afunumu
ana for Modesha Nicholas Omania champion ni mu betimi afra me Zafanat Pania edino ehu me magana mai nyina afi nhyiapa se de mu aminim no afi bia Nhyira FM dwumadi om yese Nhyira bodo bre naso ne duru o se ya jeji nioma kakra sika entade emo anwa aduane bibia wo bia bomodian na sorry na ekai wunua sabi oni bia no wunua ebia sabi onni maame ni papa wonni chese enidaso abono no na ye nyina nya ba ko na ono zo yema no nsere Christmas eni new year yimunti Nhyira bodo emere naso ba bia wo bia bomodian na fa wode ebra se de o ma wunua mobroni no esere ya no onyankopon tumi nso ebeka o medamase
it will be sir 0550 068822 0550 068822 edi ebeba no Clement eyisa apia
Brunye kame hu na yenhye mofrei afunumu
ana for Modesha Nicholas Omania champion ni mu betimi afra me Zafanat Pania edino ehu me magana mai nyina afi nhyiapa se de mu aminim no afi bia Nhyira FM dwumadi om yese Nhyira bodo bre naso ne duru o se ya jeji nioma kakra sika entade emo anwa aduane bibia wo bia bomodian na sorry na ekai wunua sabi oni bia no unua ebia sabi onni maame ni papa wonni chese enidaso abono no na ye nyina nya ba ko na ono zo yema no nsere Christmas eni new year yimunti Nhyira bodo emere naso ba bia wo bia bomodian na fa wode ebra se de o ma wunua mobroni no esere ya no onyankopon tumi nso ebeka o medamase
it will be sir 0550 068822 0550 068822 edi ebeba no Clement eyisa apia
Brunye kame hu na yenhye mofrei afunumu
ana for Modesha Nicholas Omania champion ni mu betimi afra me Zafanat Pania edino ehu me magana mai nyina afi nhyiapa se de mu aminim no afi bia Nhyira FM dwumadi om yese Nhyira bodo bre naso ne duru o se ya jeji nioma kakra sika entade emo anwa aduane bibia wo bia bomodian na sorry na ekai wunua sabi oni bia no unua ebia sabi onni maame ni papa wonni chese enidaso abono no na ye nyina nya ba ko na ono zo yema no nsere Christmas eni new year yimunti Nhyira bodo emere naso ba bia wo bia bomodian na fa wode ebra se de o ma wunua mobroni no esere ya no onyankopon tumi nso ebeka o medamase
it will be sir 0550 0688 22 0550 06.
Medi di prosper. Me my papa na medi ayedin. Inti misle Ghana fo nyina. Mo fa inhira so na mo mboae na me mbenyin nya panyimpa. Na nya me be hyiam.
Brunya said rubiemu. Ye mofrey. Ye wo no moden. Eno nti na me ohima binewa. Me to nsa fra o sadie ne kura wo. Eye mu, eye anwa, eye ntoma, eye ntade, eye sikadia. Me fa namba yi mawo. Na kakra bi kura wo fi se. Na me asem me yeti asese nia wo de fam no. O de fam awurade. Na nia wo de ma no wo hye na nemu nti. Ye kura wo bi aketewa bi ensua. Namba wo beti media faso no ye 0550 068822 0550 068822. Edi ebeba no eye insure donations. Obeti me so de wo de no afa Western Union announce say MoneyGram e was 0552827834 0552827834. Yes wo ye mo frey wonu mu dan me ni umienu sa feyin so wo niema se doso se ye ketua bi na opese
ena ede kotakrade wa wonim se any traveling arrangement bia na vacation get away ni bia efa say tu kwan na yakọ having memories there Bonfa Stores and number 1 cia Ghana na omosi bronya we obi antamu chuku your best experience this Xmas if from ho ena ebeba they also yarn say get onto their train na yemko takrade say takrade na oba Ghana ho ene yedi bronya nti Bonfa Stores say omodi yakọ ba bia bronya na yedi no na yakọ akodi bronya yedi no from 24th to 28th na say obi a wo free amono ne aba na bronya no be di extended wajid be 2 weeks 3 weeks and I be so dini nyina eno so ye betimi a plan beyond 28 e de amount e wo honum de hia ne se obefre na oni ye be ye hye na wo book you package de bia me ka se ekoye be fa so ye be kotakrade baby a ye be da event a ye be ko bibia ye be ye bia no Bonfa Stores air planning na wa wonim say eba hotel booking is an omonomana you have to do it in advance enunti ena ebe pese obe friend them na also bookie wonso so o take it na nyina yakọ takrade eno ene ye friend no Orange December with Bonfa Stores ewo takrade enti tie number si na hye so frɛ anasa testi omo ewo WhatsApp na wonso so ene ye nkọ takrade ni bi 0531 090068 0531 090068 and I say 0531 085235 0531 085235 de bia say me chat one ofra catch on say open special package na Power Sports ebetimi e de amount no na eno eye top secret obenya discounts osa benya nice package bia specially because we mention Power Sports bet you see enkayo say ye weekend imu bet no match siri be brain na wo ho na enye sika obetimi di by placing bet nko a na bet we e de ma we de wa hye bet na wie na wasa share code na da bet ne so na fofo de etwa bet no eno so sabe ma extra money na odi agu botom eno ene your friend betway bet influencer etimi so fa ho gym hye bet no betway enye ba bia o hye no betway share code no na fofo mfantwa na onso so edisika uni 18 years betting onka ho so we di 18 years na utwa betway so na wa beti wo nyanse mo betway almost say get way more.
I was for information na yankofa adom kase na mra ba ya na munim say Friday edition of Obra Atuan Jumedi no beto aso ohima benewa ne team no ma said dada omo trance na after being the bedia no adum news na no na omo so trance e de Abreba Lady Gold Obra Jumedi ono so e kan di mutiti mai pa ne ba page opoku afie and so again admission okay NYC bravo o ma me say nyame sha pa na dia ka no na edoso ogide se bibia nso no ebeye kama pa and so at the ama page opoku afie o mami Lady Gold. Okay. Ye famisia adum kase na eto aso nyame adum a ye no mbehia o kina no nkron yakra mo.